Hello everyone, welcome to Live in the Solution. I'm Mary Trimble, your astrologer and tarot card reader, here with love and finance readings. So let's just wait for some people to join, and I will have some time for... I want to make sure you can hear me. Actually, I can turn this sound on to see if it's coming through. I don't. A finance. Yes, my sound is clear. So it is Sunday. It's beautiful out there. I just got back from walking my dog. Of course, I come into my house and I am washing my hands, darling. And wiping everything down with alcohol. So I'm just going to hang out here a bit till everyone comes in. I hear someone. I heard a little pop, which means somebody is joining. Oh, hi Lisa. Hi. Good. I'm very glad you can hear me. Fabulous. Okay, it looks like you're my monitor, darling, today, if you want to be. I can have more than one monitor, but you're actually a registered monitor now, Lisa, on my channel. A VIP. Well, everyone must be out. It's gorgeous out. There's a little chill in the air, but it's lovely in the sun. So Lisa, you're here. Do you have a question? While you're here, I've got the tarot. I can answer a question for you. Why not indeed? Oh look, I've got to be careful. I always forget. Now I'm on my computer. It doesn't have the stability, so it's going to bump up and down. I look like I've got some kind of nervous thing going on. Oh, look at this, what I just pulled for you, Lisa. Teamwork. This is teamwork. It's letting everyone be heard, and that's a monitor's job, letting everybody be heard. Team. All right, we're going to give it a minute or two. And if not, I can always go straight into the readings. Hi, Wendy. Everything's cool and dandy. Well, you know, as it can be under these circumstances with a lot going on. Hi, Karen. Lovely to see you guys. Where is the team? That's right, Lisa. Where is the team? Let's get that team in here. Now people are popping in. Exactly. Hi, guys. Welcome on this lovely Sunday evening. It is here in New York. I think in England it's only 10 p.m. now, I think, because I don't know if you've changed the times yet. I think it's like 2 weeks difference, but it could have been that you changed them all. Hi, James. Could have been that you changed the time last week. I forget. I didn't look that up. But it's daylight savings time here in New York. We changed the times last week. So I have a feeling that it's only 4 hours ahead. So listen, before I start the readings, does anybody have a question they'd like to ask the tarot? You know, I like saying that, the tarot. Anybody have a question? Have a sip of my coffee. Oh, something popped out. Ooh, that's not good. Somebody's got a question. It's 22:05. Yes, so that's 10. Yeah, exactly. It's 10:05. That you're only 4 hours ahead now. It's a good time. I remember when I would call my mum, I could call her a bit later, because sometimes I'd miss that window. I'd be like, oh God, it's too late. She'll be asleep. Yeah. Your time will probably change next weekend. I think it's like 2 weeks different. It used to be the same for years, and then a few years back it changed. Yeah. Okay, so it's interesting. Something popped out, right? 7 of Swords. Ooh, somebody's not being quite up front. Somebody had a question. Are you on the right track with your love life? Okay, Wendy. Are you dating someone? Are you looking for someone? Let's make this a little more specific. I mean, we can say if you're on the right track, but if you can give me a little more information, we can get a proper, answer for you if we ask the right question. So are you with someone? Is that working out for you? Is that the best person for you? Are you looking the way you're looking? Is that the best way for you to look? Is someone coming into your life? Do you have someone in your life? Does your current, it's like, is my current partner, is there potential in this person I'm dating? Things like that is a better question, because you'll get a better answer, more detailed answer. Otherwise it'll be, Are you seeing someone right now, Wendy? Okay. So are you going to be able to work this out with you? I think that's a good thing. Are you going to be able to work this out with your partner? It's a very difficult time period for all relationships right now. It's very challenging, Wendy. It's very, astrologically, this is a transformative year. So, okay. Okay, Wendy. Well, Wendy's partnership issues work out for the better. Well, for the better, no. Because for the better could mean that are they going to be able to work through these relationship issues and stay together? Heartbreak. Wendy, this is there's definitely going to be pain there. This is not going to be an easy time. There's no two ways about it. This is going to be heartbreak. Let me clarify that. Please clarify, why is the 3 of Swords come up? It's so funny, because when I it's just come to me when just before you asked that question, and I was shuffling and silently asked my guides, somebody's asking a question. Yeah, heartbreak is not an easy time. Yeah, it's difficult. And I was asking a question, right? And and I said to my guides, somebody's asking a question, what's going to be the answer? And that 7 of Swords came up. So somebody's not being completely upfront. So I am assuming that this is for you. Yeah, this is a new. This is going to be This is going to be a new life's journey for you. You have to look upon this as an adventure. Of course, you're going to feel the pain. You know, when a relationship. It seems to me that you probably won't be able to work through this. Okay, but the good news is that this is a new journey for you. So if you can work through this pain and let this go, it's not worth hanging on to this, and it's not worth staying in this pain. You can't avoid the pain. I'm not saying deny the pain, because the pain is very real. When you've been in a relationship for so long, it's very painful. But what's really interesting, right? This came out, but right on top of the pile, I just looked down and look what's on the top of the pile. And I didn't even realize this. It's facing up. And I'm going to show you what's underneath too. So facing up is a 3 of Wands. You have to look upon this as a very optimistic, you've got to look towards a very optimistic future. You've got to make long-term plans without this person. And this is a new adventure for you. It's a new journey. So just plan for an optimistic, bright future, and try to let go of this pain. And underneath you've got the, the Ace of Swords. So it's a new beginning. It's not an easy new beginning, because breakups are never easy, right? They're never easy new beginnings. But it's going to, the Ganesh of the Tarot is working out for you. What is it now? James? No, was it James? Was it? No, Karen? Will Karen's finances improve in 2020? Didn't you ask this? Somebody asked that last time. I don't know if it was you, Karen. Let's have a look. Will finances improve in 2020 for Karen? Oh, well, so interesting. You've got 2 cards here. I feel like it's a choice for you. Hi, Allah. I'm even with glasses, I can't see very well. This is a choice for you. I feel it's like this is the 5 of Cups is focusing on what hasn't worked out, right? And not looking at what you do have. So it's about being in gratitude and looking at your haves as opposed to have-nots. And so especially where you've got the Sun, this is allow your inner joy and child to come out. This is positivity. You have to kind of focus on what you have as opposed to what you haven't. And this is all about, the law of attraction. The more you're grateful for what you have, the more you focus on what you have, the less you will need, the more you will get. So I feel that that's up to you. Hi. So, how are you all feeling on this lovely Sunday evening? I was supposed to have all this work this weekend, and it was all cancelled. That's why I did the readings last week for 2 weeks, but it actually freed up some time. So I can hear my dog sniffing in the background. I put a reading out yesterday. I put a reading out I was, directed to... You're welcome, Karen. I was directed to do a reading for the coronavirus, and I don't normally do things like that. It was a bit uncomfortable for me to do that. But people, people are panicking and people are afraid, and Spirit wanted me to allay those fears. That, this is a transformative year. The next year or two, perhaps, but more so this year than any other year. And astrologers have been talking about 2020 for many years. And we are seeing you know, global. We're going to see a transformation, you know, in global power, and it's very interesting. But there's no point in worrying. It's a waste of energy. Sparky, what are you doing? He's coming in. James, you're at the fork in life's journey. There's more than two roads. Any advice? Well, okay. James, what I would... okay, let me see. Let me see what comes up for you. Hello, Sherry. See what comes up for you. Any advice? There's more than... The first thing that came to me when you asked that question, when I read it, was meditation. The answer's within. Let's see. You've got two cards. Yeah, you've got two cards. So I don't know what your situation is about, but I have a feeling that you've got the Three of Swords, which is pain. Pain and, you know, look, it's three swords stabbed into the heart. It's iconic, this image is. And then you also, look, you've got the intuition, you've got the gift of intuition. It's about going within. That was the first thing I got when I read your question, James, is that you need to meditate because the answer is within. And this is, sorry, the Knight of Cups is about trusting your intuition and your gut feeling. You kind of know. And when you quieten the mind and all the noise, and you can kind of separate from this pain a little, it's almost like, you know, pain motivates us sometimes, right? It lights a fire under our bums and gets us moving, you know, and the Knight is all about moving forward. But he is definitely, he can be a gift of love, but you've got this heart, this, you know, this, the Three of Swords here. So that's, you know, that's a very personal pain. So this, I feel, is your gift of intuition and psychic abilities. And the only way to tap into that really is to quieten the mind and go within. So you've got the answer within, James. And that was the first thought I got as I read your question. Oh, bless you, darling. Thank you, Wendy. Yeah. Okay, guys, you know, I do offer personal readings. I just want to mention that. And you can go to my website. The link is below in the Show More section. And I am accepting super chats today, as all my work got cancelled this week. And also I have a membership to my channel. Join the membership. I'm going to make special videos just for members. I'm going to do that. And that's pretty new. Check out that. That says join. Anything else before I get into the readings? Love and finance. Let me make sure I've got here. Let me get the finance. Sorry, the romance angel cards I'm going to use. We use the romance angel cards for the romance for each sign. Oh, that's interesting. That's very interesting, James. So there's three options. Yeah, well, you know, you are going to know, but you've got to get out of your head, you know. Crazy times, exactly, yes. Yeah, so, yeah. You've got the answer, though. You really do know, James. Just remember, connect your, you know, when you connect, it's about closing down the, oh, you did? Oh, great. I find, to be honest with you, Lisa, oh, thank you, Karen. That's very generous of you. I really appreciate that super chat. Thank you so much. I I find that they can be a little limiting sometimes, these, you know, angel cards. They can be a little, I like the whispers of love too, and I don't have those. Maybe next time, I'm going to do these live feeds every 2 weeks. Next time I'm going to use the love whispering cards, because they're a little more in depth. They're not as, what's the word I want to say? They're not as simplistic as these cards sometimes can be. Yes, yes, sassy girl. We've got to keep a positive outlook. Yes, exactly. Will I be okay after my separation? This has been very hard for me, married for 20 years. Yeah, Julia, I can tell you're going to be fine anyway. Don't worry. You're going to be fine. It's about letting go. But I'm going to pull a card for you for inspiration, okay? This is for Julia. I know she's going to be fine. Okay. Spirit's saying she's going to be fine. She doesn't even need a card. She's great. Look at that. This is going to be very rewarding, this separation, Julia. You're going to start to see the fruits of that. You're not going to feel so tied to this person. It's the right time to separate from this person. Perhaps you should have even separated before. But this is, you've got the beginning. You know, I didn't even need to pull this card. But you needed it. You needed it. But Spirit said, yeah, of course, this is going to be great for you. The rewards are going to be so immense. You're going to be wondering why you stayed with this person for so long. This is a new beginning for you, and it's going to be very rewarding. Yeah, okay. Yes. We'll all get through it, darling, together. We can hang out online. Listen, guys, have you joined my Facebook group? It's very loving. It's very supportive. Oh, you're welcome, darling. And I do a live feed in there just for that group. And we look at how the new moon or the full moon, respectively, how you're receiving it as we really have a good time in there. And, yeah, so join that. It's a private group. The link is below. You have to ask. You must have, obviously you have to have a Facebook profile, and you've got to have a photo. You have to have a profile photo. Some people have asked without photos, and it's just not worked out. So I'm not accepting that anymore. And, oh, you're welcome, Julia. And yes. And so I'll be doing a new one for the new moon in Aries coming up on the 24th, I believe it is. Yes, the new moon in Aries on the 24th. You know, things are really starting to move and shake. We're all going to get through this, guys, and we'll get through it together. I will not only be singing in my tarot readings, I shall be singing out of my window. Torturing all my neighbors. If we are locked down. Look, I'm locked down anyway. I'm always at home. I mean, of course I go out, and sometimes when I have work that I have to do, I'm out, but that's not happening anytime soon. They have stopped, they have stopped large gatherings, and that's what I do on the side, right? Okay, so guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with Aries. Lisa, if you hang around, that would be really good. If you can mark Aries as we say it, at each sign as we say it, I would really thank you. Keep on singing. Some people get really annoyed with it, they do. So funny. Okay, so this is for Aries. Aries. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Aries, this is, I'm going to do finance first. This is for finance for March the 15th through the 31st. 3 cards for Aries, please. One, what's going on financially for Aries? That's 1 card. One more. There we go. And I'll be answering questions after the readings, once I've done the readings. One more card for oh, there it is. Okay, finances. Now we're going to do, this is for love, 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 romance for Aries. What's going on with Aries? Romantic. What's going on? Okay. All right, so finances for Aries. No, I'm just starting on Aries, guys. Okay, so finance on Aries, you've got the 7 of Pentacles. The 7 of Pentacles is all about really looking at the books. It's like putting a budget together. It's like, what do you need to reinvest? It's about being a little conservative. It's about looking at how much effort you've put into whatever you're doing. Are you getting enough in return? And if you're not, then you need to tweak it or completely change direction. But this is about really assessing how you're doing. So, you know, in this card, he's got 1 pentacle here, so he's keeping 1 for himself and he's reinvesting everything. So maybe you need to reinvest in whatever's going on. And we know that, you know, the investments right now are, you know, the market's going crazy, so we really have to kind of toe the line. And look, the next card is the Devil. That is too much emphasis on materialism, which is very difficult not to kind of think of that in times like these, right? But don't become a slave to it. So I always think that when the Devil comes up, look, there's 2 people, you know, tied to the Devil. So they are addicted, right, to whatever it is that they are overdoing. It can be they don't want to deal with things, they're watching too much television, they're shopping too much online, they're hoarding, right? There's a lot of hoarding going on. We have to, you know, I don't understand the whole hoarding mentality. I think that we need to be more unified. We need to share our resources. We need to be mindful that other people need things and not be, you know, not be ruled by greed or our own. We have to start thinking of the collective. So I would say financially, you've really got to be careful of your addictions and really toe that in and get spiritually centered. And I think that this, you know, this comes from not wanting to deal with a lot of stuff, right? And the next card is the Chariot. So this is saying that it's going to be a difficult road, but with focus and determination, you're going to get through it. This is a triumphant result, right? So in the end, things are going to be okay. You know, I always, you know, listen, everything's going to be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. You know, it's one of my favorite quotes if you're looking at my readings at all. So now for romance for Aries, this is engagement, right? Now, this doesn't mean that you're going to get engaged. It just means that your relationship is getting to another level. Now, this can also mean, because there are some people that are, you know, experiencing some difficulties in their relationships right now, and it's, you know, a lot of people are ending relationships. They are having difficulties in relationships. But this is saying that your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment, right? So that doesn't necessarily... Hi, Deb, darling. Oh, you got booted, Wendy. Oh, no, that's terrible. So this is, you know, look, if you're single, this means that, you know, you could meet someone and maybe you're meeting them online. Maybe you're video conferencing them. I'm saying that this is kind of a we're moving into this phase where it's kind of almost remote, if you know what I mean. We're moving into a remote kind of way of living. Most people are working from home. You know, they are gathering, but they're gathering online like us right now. We're gathering online, right? We're not going to a bar or a club. Well, the clubs are all closed, but my friend said that the bars were all open and packed today when she was walking past them in the city. So who knows? Maybe you're one of those people. But this is really saying that you could bring your relationship to the next level. You could, and if you're single, you could actually meet someone. Aries. Thank you. I'm a scarf person. Somebody used to take me off, and she'd just wrap different scarves around her, you know, and say she's Mary Trimble. You know, I wear a lot of scarves, darling. Okay. Now we're going to do Taurus. Taurus. What have we got going on financially for Taurus? Let's see. This is for finances. Taurus. This is for Taurus. What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Taurus for their finances for March the 15th, which is today, through March the 31st? Okay. I'm going to do 3 cards for finances. For Taurus. Oh, there's 2. Oh, they're doing okay. One more. Card for Taurus. Wow, Taurus is doing okay financially. Okay, let me pull finances. Sherry, great. Okay. Taurus, thank you, Lisa. Okay, this is for, oh, here we go. Okay, so the first card out financially is the Ace of Cups. My cup floweth over. It seems that Taurus will do okay financially. They will be okay. Look, the second card is the 3 of Cups. That's like abundance. That's celebration. You know, I want to sing that song. Celebrate. Da, da. Yes, dollars, darling, dollars. So I feel that, you know, financially, which doesn't surprise me, Taurus will be okay. And yeah, great, darling. Share that wealth. And you have the strength card, right? So this is about your strength is in kindness and compassion. It's really about self-discipline. So in terms of finances, it's about reining it in. It's about not getting too greedy. It's about not trying to hoard too much. It's about being kind, compassionate. It's about helping your loved ones as well. And I feel that, you know, this really is about self-discipline in your, what's the word I want to say? In your emotions. I'm really getting that for you, Taurus. I think, you know, look, you're placid, you're grounded, you're very even-keeled, but someone, you know, puts that red flag in front of you and you're off to the races. And what is happening? I should have pulled up the chart, because I have a feeling, isn't Mars, wait, I don't want to guess what's going on. Let me just pull the chart up a second. I really want to see what's going on here. I think it's, let me open recent. What is this? This is the full moon, I think, though. What is going on here? Hold on, guys. I'll be right with you. And yes, I think you've got Venus moving into Mars, don't you? Into Taurus. And you've got Mars I think moving in, let me change that. Let me see. I have to see what's going on right now. Edit chart data. Today is 3:15. Let's have a look. 3:15. 15. Let's see what's going on now. Yes, you've got, oh, Mars has just moved into Pisces. Mars has just moved into Pisces, right. And Venus is in, oh, Venus is in Gemini. Okay. Venus is in Gemini. Venus rules you. So there's some kind of confliction here you're going to feel. I shouldn't get into the charts, but I know that there's two sides, right, to this. So I feel that right now is a difficult time emotionally, can be for you, especially with Uranus in your sign. And let me see who else is in. Yes, Uranus is in your sign. This is the. Let me see. I might have got the wrong day on this. Hold on. Oh, this is the 16th. Yeah, Uranus, and this is not right. Okay, that I can't mess around with that. That wheel is not right. I'm not sure what's going on there. Let's see what's happening here. Yeah. Okay, so I'm not going to get into that because that's just going to be more confusing. Let me go back into this. See what's going on. Okay, so sorry about that rambling on in my mind, but this is really about you tempering your emotions and self-discipline. So remember, people will not take advantage of you during this time of you being kind and compassionate, because sometimes we feel that people are going to take advantage of us, right? And our ego gets in the way. But this is about tempering all that, because things will just really work out in a brilliant way when you what's the word? When you discipline yourself, when you use self-restraint is what I was trying to think of. And that, that also goes with spending too. You don't want to go too crazy. Now, for your love, oh, this is interesting. Look, so your love life, it's got codependency. Right? And codependency, it says addictions are affecting your romantic life. Now, this can be you engaging in addictive behavior, or it can be that you are, a little too insecure with your partner and you're hanging on a little too tightly because that possessiveness, right? So you might be hanging on a little too tightly instead of allowing. So really that kind of makes sense to me, the whole, kindness and compassion, right? That's your strength. So this, it's about learning to let go. Listen, I'm going to show you something here, right? A guru once said to me, and I always say that, this is a visual aid, I always said to me, there were hundreds of people there at the time. So he said, people think of letting go like that. Let me show this on the screen, right? Like that, and it falls away. But think of letting go like that, right? It's still there. It's not going anywhere. Sometimes it might get blown away, but look, let go. Because there's more strength in someone that wants to be there and that is invested in being there than somebody who wants to run away, right? Allow them the freedom and see if they stay. And if they do, then they're worth making an effort for, right? Their loyalty, and I know that you guys really appreciate loyalty. Okay, let's go to Gemini, guy. Guys, I said guy. Let's go to Gemini. Oh, Manuela, that's lovely. Love you too. Let's see. Let's go to Gemini. Gemini. What is going on with Gemini? What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Gemini on their finances for March the 15th through March the 31st? Let's see what's going on. Gemini, Gemini, Gemini. 3 cards for Gemini. 3 cards for Gemini. Oh. 3 cards for Gemini. Oh, 1, 2. You're welcome, darling. 3. Okay. Oh, okay. So now the first card out for Gemini is that you have to, thank you, Lisa, is you really have to look at the truth and look at your finances logically and rationally without emotions. And this, to me, she is the Queen of Swords, is like the best businesswoman. I'm really getting that this is up to you, and it's very cerebral. And this is about looking at every look. You've got to look at the truth, number one, because she's not afraid of the truth. And she's very solution oriented. She's going to make deals. She's going to come out of this on top. She makes sure of that. She's very action oriented, and she knows what to do. She cuts through. She can see through to a person's soul, and not because she's intuitive, no, but because she's studied them. She's been alone. She knows. Listen, she's really attractive. She's really intelligent, and you know, men swarm around her. They just don't stay very long because she's no joke, darling. She just tells it like it is. She does not sugarcoat anything. She just blah. So sometimes she's hard to be around. So it's hard, you know, it's painful sometimes to see the truth, right? But we must look at the truth in the face and not be in fear. She's, you know, she's very, what I want to say ferocious, but she's no joke. She's out there plowing through things, and she's making deals, and she's successful. So I feel that this is a time to look at the truth and to be in the solution financially. And look, you've got the 10 of Wands. So don't take on too much, because that's going to drag you down. So too much responsibility. Don't say yes when you... So listen, this is what I'm getting with this, right? So you might be self-employed or at work, and you want to please, and you're like, yes, I can do it, because you're like, I'm going to take on another client because I may not get another one. So I'm just going to say yes to everything. And the problem is, by doing that, is that you probably won't be able to follow through. And that's really not good. So this is about knowing your limitations. It's about delegating, and it's about saying, look, I'd really like to do this, but if you can give me extra time, I can help you out. But if not, you know, if you're in a crunch, then go to someone else, but please come back to me another time, you know, and give me a little more notice, and I'll be happy to help you out. And also, don't be the first to volunteer to take on extra responsibility at work, because it won't help you. You're in that thing where you're like, oh yeah, I'll do this, and then they'll really recognize me and notice me, and I'll get, you know, I'll take on more responsibility, and they'll give me a raise, and it'll be the antithesis of that, because you'll be too overwhelmed to be able to follow through and to be successful. So this is saying that all these responsibilities are weighing you down, and you need to ask for help. Now, this could be at home, but this is, you know, this is a time where you have to get humble. You either have to, you know, trim the fat, let some stuff go. You know, if you've got clients, you've got to make the decision which ones need to go. Which ones do you know will come back to you? Which can you afford to lose? You really have to kind of look at the truth and be in the solution, right? It's the Queen of Swords. You're going to let stuff go. You've really got to look truth in the face and know your limitations. And it's not a weakness. And that's what you've got to remember. It's just what it is. You're not superhuman. You've got to remember that. Don't don't give yourself too high a bar to reach. Be, you're human, and be okay with that. Don't think of this as a failure. Think of this as be a realist like she is, right? And look, darling, you have the Magician. You can make this work, darling. Look, the Magician, he's got one hand up to God and one hand down, to this three-dimensional realm. He's listening. He's being guided by spirit. He knows he's got all the elements on his table. The Magician can create something spectacular out of seemingly nothing. The 4 elements. The 4 elements is all we need. And Spirit is saying you have everything you need to be successful financially, but you've got to make it happen. Do it. Get up and do it. And if that means dropping some responsibilities and asking for help, that's what you need to do. You've got to, the Queen of Swords is going to help you look at the truth. Don't be afraid. Head it, face on. And now let's look at your love. Love will keep us together. Let's see. What have we got for romance? This is for Gemini. What gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Gemini on their love life for March the 15th through the 31st? What will help them? Oh, 2 cards came out for you, darling. Okay. The first card is reconciliation. Someone from your past could be returning to your life. So this could be a school friend or somebody that you've known, somebody in the past that can just pop up out of the blue. And you also have codependency. So you have to be really careful in, boundaries, darling. Boundaries, addictions, You don't be addicted to a person. Allow them freedom. You like to be free anyway, as a rule, Gemini. So I would look, if somebody comes into your life from the past, take it slow. Take it slow and enjoy it for what it is, and be in it, and be free within it. And allow the other person to be free within it. Don't be, calling them back every 2 seconds. It's like, allow them to come to you, is what I'm getting. Allow them to come to you. If you're in a relationship, it's time to kind of look at those boundaries. It's probably insecurity, or perhaps somebody's come into your life from your past that's kind of, lit a little fire, perhaps. A little passion is going on, and you might be tempted to stray from your current relationship, or resist the urge, because this is a temporary feeling and you will go past it. So you have to think of what will you lose? Is it worth taking a risk to have a little dalliance with someone from the past that's kind of lit a passion? It's very tempting, this is. I'm not going to lie. This is a real tempting kind of, it's going to tempt you to perhaps go into this behavior because it's familiar, it's exciting. Maybe somebody you had a crush on at school, and then they come in and they show interest, and it's like, who wouldn't be tempted by that? But you really have to kind of don't be impulsive, I want to say. You don't want to be impulsive. You want to really think things through. Don't make any rash decisions. Don't go with this. Don't go with this just out of the gate. Really think about this, Even flirting with this idea is, kind of tempting fate kind of thing. So be really aware of your behaviors around this situation. Okay, Gemini, we're going on to Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. Cancer, what have we got for the moon child? Let's see what's going on for the moon child. I want to sing that song. Moon shadow, moon shadow. Okay, let's see what's going on for Cancer. Finances for Cancer. What's happening for Cancer financially the next 2 weeks, for the 15th through the 31st? What is going on financially for Cancer? Cancer, Cancer. What's happening financially? What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Cancer for their finances? Excuse me. From March the 15th through the 31st. One, two. Oh, they are coming out fast and furious, darling. That's one. Oh, okay. Excuse me. Let me have some water. Bring home the money, please. Well, darling, the first card out is the Tower. So things are going to fall apart first financially. This is definitely happening to me. This is everything kind of, well, I'm not surprised that this isn't, let me turn my phone off. I'm sorry. I thought my phone was off. I'm not surprised that, I'm kind of surprised this hasn't shown up in more because, you know, with this whole, you know, the finances, the markets, people not being able to work, you know, a lot of people are out of work right now. My work was cancelled. So yes, I'm in the Tower. The Tower of finances are falling apart now. This is the King of Water, which is right next to it. So the King of Cups, I should say, which is the water, right? He is at the stage where he has mastered his emotions. And so we have to be the calm in the storm, darling, right now. We have to really be even toned and not freak out. There's no point in freaking out, right? There really is. When we surrender to the situation, we can do everything we can, but then it comes to a point where we've got to surrender and let go. That things cannot, you know, we tried everything, we're doing the best that we can, and things may fall apart no matter what, right? Investments are, you know, down. Your retirement fund, don't look at it. You know, I was talking to my brother the other day. He said, I can't look at it because, you know, it will recover, but you can't look at it. It'll just stress you out. And you need to be the King of Cups. The King of Cups is just, you know, nothing phases him. He doesn't react emotionally because you don't want to get into a place of depression or despair or anything, because what's that going to do? Yes, exactly. Yeah, the head is the Tower. The point is you want your head to be the King of Cups. It's not like, you know, the cups are emotions, right? They're emotions, they're feelings. He's got a deep well of emotions and feelings. But he's at the stage of his life where he's learnt how to master those emotions. He tempers them. He knows he's no longer ruled by his emotions. So he doesn't go into deep despair. He doesn't get depressed. He doesn't totally fall apart when things fall apart. He doesn't fall apart. So that's what this is saying. Things outside circumstances may have reached a point where things are being taken away, and you know, people can lose their apartments, they can lose their savings, they can lose their investments, they can lose their job. But things are going to be okay. And look, you've got the Fool. Now the Fool is number 0, right? You have 2 major arcanas, Cancer. I'm a Cancer too. I'm a Leo rising with a Cancer. That's it. you master your emotions. You have to kind of laugh at the situation and just say this. Look, this is what I always say. There is no point in worrying. Worrying is a waste of energy. If you can't do anything, then worrying will make you inert. You won't be able to do anything because you're so worried and engulfed in fear, right? And that's not the place to be. It's about releasing this. The tower's got to go. The tower comes in to move things, to keep it going. And the Fool, 2 major arcanas means that that means significant events are happening in your life, significant change and direction, right? Because the regular tarot is regular tarot cards are just small daily events. These are major life events, right? So the Fool is 0. That is infinite possibilities, right? When the Fool comes in, it's it's a new beginning, it's an adventure, and you're being asked to look at the Fool, to be the Fool, right? To be like, oh, what's going to happen next? This is going to be so exciting. When I've had several towers in my life, several, and I have, when I look back in retrospect, sometimes they were breakthrough moments in my life, and they happened to take me on another journey. But, this means that I need to go in a different direction, right? So this is forcing me to go in a different direction. It's forcing me, perhaps I need to lose my apartment. It's forcing me to move because I need to get away from here for some reason. Or, it's for, my job, perhaps the job, you've been fired from your job and you need to kind of get a new way of earning a living. Whatever it is, whatever area this is in your life, it needs to go. And the Fool is all about looking upon this time as an adventure. And it's an excitement, and be excited about the change, because the past, or the tower that you're losing, needs to go. It needs to go for you to reach a higher plateau and go in a different direction. Perhaps you need to put more effort in another area of your life, or in the same area but different, right? Perhaps you're in a job and you're not following your life purpose, or you're not putting enough effort into your life purpose, right? So, maybe you need to do that, and you need to focus on what you're supposed to be doing, what will feed your soul. So this is infinite possibilities. You have to look at all the possibilities, Cancer. So I am saying meditate, connect with spirit, because this is a wonderful time. That what feels like a travesty is going to turn out to be wonderful. Is going to turn out to be much better. You have infinite possibilities, darling. This is a new adventure, a new journey. It's exciting, a new direction. So don't stay with the tower. Drop that, let it go. Move forward with excitement and joy. Okay, that's finances. Let's look at romance, darling. No romance without finance. You better have a J-O-B if you want to be with me. Okay, let's see what's going on with love and romance for Cancer. What's happening? Okay, what wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give for romance for Cancer? Okay, let's have a look. Make the effort. So this is saying great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. This is about showing love. You want love, you show love. It's about making that effort. Sometimes it's about It's about going, it's about looking for it. It's about putting yourself out there. If you want a relationship, you're not going to find it if you're staying home, right? You've got to get out there, or get out there online right now. Make an appearance, look for places, take up hobbies where you might meet someone. And if you're in a relationship, show them that you love them. Make the effort. Do a romantic dinner with candlelight, give them a massage, make that effort. Make them feel loved. It's like, go the extra mile right now, and you will get that in return. And look, you see, it's very innocent. All right, now we're going on to Leo, a lovely Leo. Okay, Leo, my love. What a beautiful love. Leo the lion. I'm a Leo rising, so this applies to me too. Cancer, and let's hope Leo's a bit better than Cancer financially. Okay, this is for finance. Finance for Leo. What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Leo for their finances? From March the 15th through March the 31st. This is for Leo. 3 cards for Leo, please. 3 cards. 1. Okay. 2. Let's do 1 more for Leo. Oh, 3. There we go. Okay. Oh. All right. So finances, there's someone not being honest here. Somebody might be stealing something. Somebody's doing something underhanded. This could be, if you have investments, your investment person might not be telling the truth, might be telling you, oh, move this money here, move it there. Just be really cautious. The thing is with the 7 of Swords is they get caught. So you find out who this person is, who is, telling you lies. Maybe you're, who. This could be a family member. This could be at work. This could be clients. But somebody is doing something nefarious. So. Yeah, keep those happy crabs. Yeah, keep those. So the lion, something is going on here. Someone is not telling you the truth in terms of your finances. So don't invest in anything right now. No one should invest in anything right now anyway. So you really need to be careful of that. But be aware of, people around you who's taking advantage of you. Right? Who is pulling the wool over your eyes and stealing something behind your back? Somebody's doing something nefarious. And it could be just a lie about, what's going on. It could be somebody saying you're getting a raise, you're not getting a raise. It can be something like that. But whatever this is, you're going to find out. It could be that you made an investment and somebody lied and told you this was going to pay off and it hasn't. And look, it's like, so you find out what's going on here. This is going to be revealed to you because the 7 of Swords always gets caught. He gets caught out there. And you've got the 4 of Cups. Now, this is about a missed opportunity, right? The 4 of Cups is focusing on what hasn't worked out. So you might put too much emphasis on that, and maybe something has lost listen, this, you could be so in your head that you are missing the gift, because he's sitting there and he's blocked and he's just looking down and he's not looking at the gift that's being given to him. So there is you have to really let that go. You've got to let this go. You can't Don't hold on to this. Now, this could be you not getting the bonus that you thought you were getting at work. It can be something like that. Something, perhaps you're feeling that you're not getting paid enough. There's something going on. You feel that the company perhaps has a lot more money and that you deserve more. It can be something like that. And so you are so mired in that feeling, what's the word I want to look? Feeling, hard done to, feeling, ripped off and betrayed, and you are in that. And so you're not seeing the opportunity. Perhaps you could get a new job with better money, but you're not seeing that because you're too focused on what hasn't worked out. I feel that it's time for you to branch out. Excuse me. Now, I don't mean branch out in terms of investments or spending money like that, but perhaps you need to, change your resume or put yourself out there in a different way. If you're retired, perhaps, do something on the side that can earn you extra money. There's something here that you need to do. And you need to look, this is an opportunity for you to branch out, is what I'm getting, because there are opportunities out there that you could miss. So be aware of this, Leo. Don't miss the opportunity, because if you go, you've got the 3 of Cups. This is celebrate, darling. I like to sing that song when this card comes up. Celebrate, da, 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 da. This is a celebration. This is like, celebrate the magic in every moment. See the magic in every moment. See this as, it's the fire that's lit under your bum to get you out there, to make you take action. Sometimes it's that kind of stuff that we need to kind of, okay, I need to do something different here. I need to move on and do something different. Maybe my boss is ripping me off, whatever this is. Don't focus on this per se. Allow it to inspire you to move on. And then you'll have all this celebration. Now, let's see what's going on romantically. Let's see what's happening romantically. For Leo. This is for Leo. What's going on romantically for Leo? What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Leo from March the 15th through the 31st? I may have to plug my computer in a minute. Okay, Leo. What's going on? Oh, there we are. Release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. So, if you have an ex-lover that has, listen, you could be in a new relationship and the behavior or the experiences that you had in your last relationship is coming into this relationship, and it is not helpful. So when this comes in, it's saying, release that, let it go. This is a whole new journey. And if you're single, you've got to, you could have trust issues because of your ex, and maybe you're holding on to this person who's not worth holding on to. It's like, let this person go. They're your ex. Past, darling. Leave it in the past. Don't focus on this. I feel that this next 2 weeks is about you releasing. It's releasing, feeling betrayed, it's a release of betrayal, right? Whether it's your ex or whether it's someone that's kind of ripped you off financially. Hey, it could be your ex ripped you off financially, right? Some of you could have been, taken advantage of by your ex financially. It could be that. Whatever this is for you, this last 2 weeks is about releasing all that negative energy. It's cleansing your energy, and it's about looking forward, because you will miss an opportunity if you don't release this. Now, this could be an opportunity in love, and it could be an opportunity in finance, and it could be both, Leo. So be aware of that. Yeah. Okay, we're going to do Virgo. Virgo, Virgo. Let's have a look for Virgo. What is going on with Virgo? Let's see. Okay, this is finances for Virgo. What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Virgo? For finances for March the 15th through March the 31st. This is for Virgo, Virgo, Virgo. Okay, 3 cards for Virgo, please. Finances, hold on. Yes, oof, feeling that. Okay, 1, 2, oh, that's 3, yes. Oh, lovely. Okay. Well, Virgo, I feel that this is your card. This is the 6 of coins, the 6 of pentacles. This is about the service card. How can you help humanity? What can you do? And this doesn't necessarily mean giving money to, but it can be. If you're doing better than a lot of other people who are suffering right now financially because of this pandemic and this, world health crisis, then perhaps you can help somebody out financially in some way. But definitely to be of service. How can you be there? Maybe you can call people. Maybe you can check in on people in your neighborhood, make sure that they're okay, that they have enough groceries. Maybe you can go shopping. Whatever this is about being in service. And you are the social worker of the zodiac, Virgo. And then you have the 2 of Wands, and this is like having the world in the palm of your hand, and it's a decision that you have to make. And this is, so perhaps I feel that you have to branch out further afield financially. So maybe it's a global thing. You have to do some international deals or look elsewhere further, like it might be travel. And I'm not saying you travel right now, but maybe you could, well, look, this is really could be working remotely and reaching people in many countries, right? Because he's looking out. He's got the world in the palm of his hand and he's looking out. So I feel that the possibilities here to reach more people in what you do for a living, perhaps build your online marketing, something like that, or get involved with that. Get involved with world organizations or something like that. I feel that you've got to branch out. Move further afield is what I'm getting for you, Virgo. Perhaps diversify your investments and, look at foreign investments maybe. I'm not saying that. It's not really a good time to actually invest, but it might be a good time to do the research and, for the near future. And look, I feel that you will be celebrated. This is the 6 of Wands. This is everybody celebrating. I feel that you will be appreciated and celebrated, and you'll receive accolades for the work you do during this time, the next couple of weeks. I feel that this is a wonderful opportunity for you. Oh, hi, Manuela. Yes, so I feel that this is something that you will be revered. You can, even if you're, look, helping can come in many ways. You can be making people laugh. You can be, anything that improves someone's life in some way. Now let's look at what's going on with romance. Every time I say romance, I want to sing that song. I want to torture everyone. I'll lose all my viewers. No romance without finance. You gotta have a J-O-B if you want to be with me. See, I can't help myself. I can't help it. I remember that, was it Singing in the Rain, where the talkies came in and the girl was like, you know, she was this gorgeous blonde and then talkies came in. She was in silent movies and she was supposed to, I think it was Dancing in the Rain. And she was like, I can't stand it. And they kept saying, say, I can't stand it. I can't stand it. And they had to have somebody mime. All right. I digress, darling. Okay. So this is for romance for Virgo. What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Virgo about their love life for March the 15th through the 31st? What can you give? What wonderful. Oh! Ooh! Darling! Passion! Okay. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Oh my goodness, I want to sing the happy dance. I want to sing the happy song. Forget your troubles, come on, get happy. No, the other happy song. But anyway, here we go. Passion, darling. This is a time to be passionate. This is a time to put your feelings out there, to love your loved ones or your, you know, your partner. This is a time to listen. I feel that we're going to have another baby boom with all this, with all this quarantine, with people stuck in the house. Everyone's, what's there to do, right? I think we are in danger of another baby boom. Yeah. So this is good. Passion, darling. This is, you know, somebody's going to have some fun. Okay, let's do Libra now. Libra. This is finances for Libra. What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Libra for their finances for March the 15th through March the 31st? Libra, 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 Libra. Okay, one more. Libra, what wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Libra for their finances? Okay, one. Ooh. Okay. Oh, there we are. Okay. Oh, very good. Okay. The first card out for you financially is the Empress. Darling, this is beautiful energy. 3. This is Venus, darling. This is abundance. This is the goddess of, this is Gaia, right? The goddess of the planet. This is the Queen of Queens. She is about manifesting. She's about bringing creative energy in and manifesting it into wealth. She is the divine feminine. And when she comes in, it's saying get in touch with your divine femininity, your sensual side. This is soft and sensual and creative and abundance. So this looks really good for you, especially anyone in the creative field, like creative writing or visual arts or, you know, artistry, music, poetry, writing, all of that. This is a wonderful time to express that and I feel that it would be very lucrative for you. Now, the next card is the 4 of Swords. So you have to be very careful not to overthink things, not to worry. This really, look, you think of the 3 of Swords, right? All that pain, stress, emotion, you know, angst, and then you've got the 4 of Swords, which is pure exhaustion from what's happened in the 3 of Swords. So this is the exhaustion. This is mental exhaustion, which turns into physical exhaustion. And really, the message for this card is make sure you get enough sleep. Make sure that you hydrate. Make sure you eat. Make sure you take care of yourself. That's what you're being asked to do. Do not, when you stress, right? your immune system lowers. And that goes for all of us, guys. We need to master our emotions during this time and not get stressed, because that lowers our immune system and makes us more susceptible to being ill and sick and catching kind of viruses, right? So we want to remain strong, and to remain strong mentally is to sleep. Sleep is one of the best cures to be, when you're ill, right? Or when you're healthy. To keep you healthy, sleep is very, very important. And meditation will help you master your emotions. So remember that. And look, you just have to be careful about being so tired, Libra. And look, this is celebrate. This is the 6 of Wands. It's come up for a lot. Things are going to be okay. Things are going to look up. And perhaps towards the end of the month too. This is you getting accolades for all the creativity and all your wonderful abundance that I feel that things are really going to be okay for you financially, Libra. Just remember to take care of yourself, right? Take care of yourself. Now let's see what's going on love-wise, darling. Love will keep us together. Think of me, babe, whenever. Love. Let's have a look. I need to change my song repertoire, right? I need to bring in some new love songs. Okay. This is for romance. What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Libra on their love life for March the 15th through the 31st? What is going on here? Heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. And this also connects this brings in a connection when you share your feelings and and you're honest but kind and compassionate when you're sharing it. This creates women release oxytocin when they're doing that. They're creating a bond. That's, oxytocin is a hormone that bonds you to somebody. This is a deep bonding experience. And if it's new, you need to get to know someone, right? You need to know who they are. So it's about sharing. It's about deep conversations. It's about honesty. And it's about looking for, common ground and understanding how people, because when you are sharing with someone your honest feelings, honesty, when you're sharing it from a place of feeling and not anger, and as you're going through it, people hear it. They hear that. They understand it. They get it. Even if they don't feel that way, they're going to understand why you feel that way when you share it honestly. Okay, now we're going on to Scorpio, darling. Scorpio. What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can we give Scorpio for their finances? Let's see what's happening. Okay, hang on 1 second. Let me move some of these cards. Are all messed up. This is for Scorpio. Scorpio, wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Scorpio on their finances? Scorpio, darling. What's going on? I have to keep an eye on my battery life. Okay, Scorpio. This is for Scorpio. What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Scorpio on their finances for March the 15th through the 31st? Okay. 3 cards for Scorpio. Okay. Oh, 2. Okay. One more for Scorpio. Oh, there it is. Oh, 2 for Scorpio there. Okay, so the first card out for Scorpio is the 8 of Cups. So this is a feeling of, You want something more meaningful in your life, and you just feel like walking away. You feel like walking away from your job, your business. You feel like quitting. Now, when the Eight of Cups comes in, it's usually because you want to feel more fulfilled. You're kind of ready to do your life purpose, or, you know, you want to be, you're looking for a kind of something that's going to feed your soul, right? And where you're at, it's you're ready to walk away from it all. You just want to kind of give it up, all the you know, whatever monetary recompense you're getting, you're just ready to just drop it. The thing is when the Eight of Cups comes in, you're being asked, why do you want? You've got to ask yourself, why? What is it that's making you want to leave it all and just walk away? What is it that's making you want to do that? Because sometimes we might just want to shirk our responsibilities and run and hide because we can't take it right now, right? It's intense. We feel overwhelmed with everything and our responsibilities, and we're like, I can't do this anymore. And that's a feeling that some of you are getting. But I would say that this is a time that you might want to do some research in what you want to do in terms of your life purpose. And what is your life purpose? Your life purpose is something that you want to engage in and you want to share with the world, that you're excited about, that feeds your soul. And you might think there's no way that you can. I'm sorry, I got a bit distracted there. Is that somebody can't hear me? Please talk to you after the cast. Oh, okay. So this is somehow, you might want to, it's something that will feed your soul and you want to share with the world. Now, it doesn't have to be something that's going to help someone, being, what do I want to say, a volunteer somewhere, right? Or doing non-profit. It doesn't have to be that. It can be you drawing a beautiful picture and somebody being moved by that. That's helping, that's enhancing someone's life. So it's not necessarily, an altruistic career or an endeavor like that. It can be something quite simple. So it's interesting. You've got the Three of Cups, right after the Eight of Cups. I really would say you want to be spiritually based going forward. So you really have to resist the urge to run. And I don't feel that you will run, but I feel that you want to. You have the urge to just run away. Now, the Three of Cups is about, you've got to, don't forget to have fun, darling. You need to really feed that part of you. Perhaps you're so mired in your responsibilities that you're not having fun. You're not going out. You're not kicking your heels off or your boots off, going out with the guys or the girls. You have to really enjoy life. Life is not about existing. It's about enjoying it. So I want to say, celebrate the magic in every moment. Look for the magic in every moment. Look for it and you'll see it, and celebrate that. Start looking around and seeing what you have as opposed to what's frustrating you and what you haven't. How can you change this, right? What can you do that will change the way you feel about your life? Now, the next two cards came out together, right? Is the Page of Swords and the Two of Swords. It's funny, you've got emotions, right? And then you've got, thought process and logic and information. Now, the Page of Swords is, he's a messenger. And he is this is really about looking at the truth in your situation of your finances. You've got to look at this honestly. And perhaps something has come up for you which is really disturbing. Maybe you have more taxes to pay. Maybe you've got a bill that was unforeseeable. Something might have come down the pipe that, or maybe somebody told you about something that's freaking you out, that's, got you... It's probably got you in fear, emotional fear of some kind. And you've got the Two of Swords right next to it. So there's a decision with this information that you have received and that you're looking at, this truth. You have to make a decision, right? There are some obstacles here. Oops, there. And this is a blockage. You've got to make a decision, and perhaps you're refusing. You look, the Two of Swords, she's blindfolded, and she's got the swords crossed, and she's either unable or refusing to see the truth in the situation. And this is a time where you've got to act, and perhaps that's why you just want to run away and not make the decision. But there's a decision that needs to be made here. And your procrastination on this decision is going to cause more confusion to you and others around you. So I would say that there is a decision financially. Maybe this is, don't run away. Face it. It's not that bad when you face it. Life is full of obstacles. I say, look, life is like this. It comes in waves, darling. If it was like that, that means you'd be dead. It's flatline, right? It's the ups and downs that make life so interesting, right? Excitement. Oh my God, fear. Excitement. Oh, depression. Excitement, happiness, joy. We don't know yin yang. We don't know one without the other. We wouldn't have any reference, would we? We wouldn't feel as elated if we hadn't felt so down at times. Some of us have like little waves like this, and some of us have waves like that. I think we're all kind of going a bit like this right now. So there's a decision on the table. Financially, you need to look at it honestly, and you need to make a decision. And maybe you need to, you may need to take a loss on some finances. You might have to walk away for an investment. You might have to, you might lose a client, and you're going to have to be okay. Look, when you make the decision and it goes, and you're gonna feel like celebrating in the end. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay, Scorpio. There's just some tricky situations financially and some decisions that need to be made, but once you make them, it'll work out. Just look at it honestly. Okay, let's see what's going on. Romantically for Scorpio. So this is for Scorpio. What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Scorpio on their romance for March the 15th through the 31st? Okay. Oof, 2 cards came out. All 3. I'm going to take 2 because 2 are facing up. The other one was facing down. The first card is pay attention to the red flags. So if you're single, the signs are cautioning you. And even if you're in a relationship, maybe... and I'm getting this, maybe some of you have a partner who is in recovery and there might be some red flags. Somebody may have relapsed or something. I'm really getting that for some of you. But if you are starting a relationship, don't ignore the red flags, darling. Pay attention, drop that. Drop it like a hot potato. I'm sorry. Somebody was calling me on something. And that came through on my computer. Sorry about that. Okay, so now, Scorpio, the next card is playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. This is about being playful. It's about being light, because your tendency is to be intense, to be very deep, and your feelings are so deep and you're so emotional that you're a little intense. So you need to kind of be a little more playful, enjoy, joke around, laugh, remember what it was like when you first got into the relationship. It was more playful. All of us, when we start relationships, we were playful, we were fun, we were coquettish, we were, into the divine feminine, the divine masculine, all of that. Make it fun. Play, tickle, make it let your inner child come out. Joyfulness, bring that in, Okay, Sagittarius, darling. Sagittarius. Let's see what's going on with Sagittarius. I've got a lot of people calling me. I think that there are some, people are freaking out a bit. Let me just check this. I just want to... let me see. I'm sorry. I just want to let this client know that I am doing a live feed. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Okay, so this is Sagittarius, darling. What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can we give Sagittarius for their finances for March? May. I'm already in May. Oh, God. In March the 15th through the 31st. What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give? Sagittarius. Okay, 3 cards for Sagittarius. 3 cards for Sagittarius for finances. What's going on, Sagittarius, financially? March the 15th through... hold on, let me just... There we go. 1, 2... Oh! Wow, a lot is going on, darling. I nearly dropped the whole deck. Some of you need a lot of help. Okay, 1 more card for Sagittarius. Finances. There it is. Okay, none of them were turned. Oh, darling. Okay. Okay, so the first card up is the 10 of Swords. So financially, you are coming out of a very, very difficult period. It's been very tight financially, but look, 10s are endings and beginnings, right? So this is like feeling betrayed, somebody, stabbed you in the back at work, perhaps you didn't see it coming, and it affected you, and you've been struggling financially. But as I said, 10s are endings and beginnings, because 1 and 0 is 1, right? And that's a new beginning. So I feel that this is all coming to an end for you, Sagittarius. Things are going to start to look up. It's it might be tough for you. It's about letting this go too. It's about moving on from this. It's, this has happened. There's nothing you can do. It's about letting it go. And what's interesting, you then have the 9 of Wands, and the 9 of Wands is feeling like giving up, tired of fighting, struggling financially, like trying to make ends meet. It's like tired of fighting for what's rightfully yours, of being on the treadmill of life, right? Just day in, day out, trying to keep your head above water. And, this guy is like protecting his wands, what he's, created. And he's like dog-eared. He's been in so many fights. He's like a bit beaten up by life, right? But when the 9 of Wands comes in, it's saying, don't give up. With tenacity and determination, this could be your last fight. Things are going to really look up for you. Stay in there, darling. You really want to give up. It's one of those feelings where you really want to give up, but don't. It's like, one more fight, darling. Get in there. You can do this. You're almost at the finish line. Look, this is 9. The finish line is 10. You're nearly there. And look at this. You've got the 9 of Pentacles. So this is abundance. This is affluence. She's there. She's like got her, she's got all of her, pentacles. She's got all the gold there. She's got, an exotic bird, and she's dressed in luxurious clothes, and she's surrounded by opulence, right? The only thing I would say about this, Sagittarius, is that she's reached this success. But at what cost? Right? Because she's alone. Her house is far in the background. She's just got this bird. What is all this accumulation of wealth if you can't share it with anyone? So the only thing is, I would say, is like, yes, this is wonderful. You're going to get it. But don't remember to invest in your family and friends, in your loved ones. Don't just be a workaholic. Don't just work, work, work. You have to diverse your time and really give some time and energy to your family, your loved ones, your friends. You got to invest in that, because that, you know, you could end up alone if you're just putting work first. So think about that. You know, finances will definitely improve, but remember that you've always got to give some time to your loved ones. And I want to plug my phone, my computer in, because I feel like it's not going to last. Hang on one second. Excuse me. Where is it? Right here. Here we are. Got it. Okay. It's a long one. Let me plug this in to make sure I don't run out halfway through. Oh, did that? Hold on one second. I'm sorry. I have to plug that in properly. Okay, there we go. There we go. Alrighty then. Okay, now we have to do romance for Sagittarius. Let's see what's happening romantically. Love will keep us together. Okay, let's go. Let's see what's going on with romance and love life for Sagittarius. What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Sagittarius about their love life and romance for March the 15th through the 31st. Oh, I'm feeling a lot of energy here, guys. Okay. Oh, there it is. Free yourself. This says it's time to take back control of your life. So sometimes you may have given up your power in a relationship. And that is saying you have to take that back. You've got to be empowered. It's important to be you. If you can't be you in a relationship, your partner has to love you for you, shadow side and all. So you need to free yourself. It's about being independent within a relationship. And some of you really need to kind of end relationships. You have to ask yourself, you know, is somebody really, you know, restricting you? It's important for you. You want to be free. Sagittarius, you know, you've got to be free. You've got to be free within the union. So it's not that you don't have to do, you know, relationships are work. You know, you have to be prepared to do the work, but you also need to be independent within them. Okay, let's go to Capricorn. This is finance for Capricorn. What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Capricorn for March the 15th through March the 31st? Let's see what's going on. Capricorn, wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Capricorn? Okay, Capricorn. What have we got here? Capricorn, wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings. This is Capricorn for finances. Capricorn is really going through a challenging time because of Pluto, although Jupiter has just moved in. Well, not just moved in, but Jupiter is in your sign, and Saturn is about to move out of it shortly. It's going into Aquarius soon. So this is for Capricorn. What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Capricorn about their finances for March the 15th through the 31st? Okay. 3 cards for Capricorn. 1. That's 2. Okay, 1 more card for Capricorn. There you go. There you have it. Okay. This is interesting. Look, this is the world, darling. This means that you can do something completely different. Usually I always think of the world when the world comes in. It's about following your life purpose, right? And the world is, you know, it's about, look, you've got all this experience and you can do the same old thing. You'll get the same old results. If you want different results, you have to do something different. And when the world comes in, it's saying that the universe has your back. God will back you up with this change. It is time for a change. This is an opportune time for you to change. I feel that a lot of us are going to be reassessing where we're at, what we're doing, and where we're going right now. And look, the next card out is the Hermit. This is about going within. It's about finding the answers within. And look, the Hermit has this lantern and he's holding it up. He's like Saturn, right? He's this wise old man. He's studied, he's gone into a cave, he's connected with the ethereal realm. He comes out a wise, old, knowledgeable man, and he holds up the lantern, and the lantern represents his mind. He is no longer ruled by his mind. He doesn't make decisions based on his emotions anymore. He's just wise, and he can separate his mind, the monkey brain, and he is just connected. He's like a guru, right? A spiritual guru. And he's going to show people the way. He's the light at the end of the tunnel. So I always feel like there's hope here. And I always think you have to remain teachable and to teach. We are all students and we're all teachers. So be open to learning. We can never stop learning. We need to learn all the time. We need to study whatever area we study in our life. We read, we connect. A lot of people don't read anymore. It's very visual now. We're in this visual world, and our attention, you know, loses very quickly. We don't stay focused for very long. And this is really about, look, the staff is very, you know, anyway, I'm getting too much into the symbolism, but I always think of meditation, right? And I always think of that Rumi quote, I am not this hair, I am not this skin, I am the soul that lives within. So this is about really connecting with your soul. And look, you have, so I feel that this is a time of change and studying what you can do differently, and it's also a time of healing. And so financially, you've got really incredible cards, right? You've got 3 major arcana, which means that this is your finances are going through a huge, massive change, but hope. It's very exciting change. So you have to embrace these changes, and you've got to study and really become the expert in whatever field that you want to do, because you now have a choice of whatever you want to do, and you'll be supported. And look, you've got the star card. This is known as the hope card, right? This is, you know, represents Aquarius, the water carrier. This is, you know, the 7 chakras, and that she spreads starlight where there was once darkness. She's going to show you the path forward. This is an exciting time for you. This is a transformative time for you, of course, because you've got Pluto coming through your sign. And I think it's 2024, 2025, Pluto then moves into Aquarius, I think, you know. So this is a very transformative time for you, Capricorn. But hope is there. Hope springs eternal. This is exciting. Your path is going to be shown to you. So be open to seeing a whole new path. And let's go. Oh, hi, Christine in the Netherlands. I love that. International. I hope things are going well over there for you guys. I haven't heard any news from the Netherlands, but I'm really not plugged into, you know, mainstream media at all. I don't watch that cable sensationalism news. I get my news elsewhere. But I've been busy doing things. Okay, so this is romance for Capricorn. What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Capricorn for their romance for March the 15th through the 31st? Okay. Oh, darling. Okay, so I'm going to take the one. Oh, here we are. This is interesting. Let go of control issues. Allow this situation to unfold naturally. So you may be having, if you're in a relationship, you could be having some kind of issues going on, but don't control it. Just let it play out. Don't try to sway the result one way or another. It's just letting it go. It's allowing it to unfold. And, you know, maybe some of you may have relationships that have come to an end, and just let them go. Then, you know, don't try to hang on to something that's not working. And if it's meant to be, it'll come back. If it's not, then you are going to find something a lot better for you. A lot more rewarding. So just allow it. This is a time to just be, to not control resist the urge to control anything, and just sit back. I love that your cat is listening to me, Christine. You and your cat. And I'm glad you don't watch the Idiot Box too. I actually gave you a shout out for your birthday a little while ago. Are you Aquarius, or I can't remember what you are now, but I remember seeing your comments and I gave you a shout. You and your cat, I gave you both a shout out for your birthday. Don't know if you saw that, because I haven't seen you on my comment thread recently. So hello, little kitty. Kitty, 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 kitty. Meow. All right. This is for Aquarius. Aquarius. Now I'll lose everyone. Oh dear. Okay. What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Aquarius about their finances for March the 15th through the 31st? Okay. 3 cards for Aquarius, please. 2 more cards for Aquarius. Oh, is that? Oh no. Okay, one more card for Aquarius. There we go. Oh, ooh, darling, Aquarius is. That's it. Aquarius. It's so funny because me and my dog are both Cancers. You're Aquarius. Okay, and I've got a Leo rising. I just don't know what time my dog was born, so I'm not sure. Okay, so the first card out for you is the Wheel of Fortune. I'm gonna make you love me. Oh, yes, I will. So when the Wheel of Fortune comes in, the Wheel of Fortune is ever turning, right? It turns round and round. It doesn't stop. And it goes up. And it comes down. So this is coming up for you guys. Grab a hold of that Wheel of Fortune. This is a time, there may be opportunities that come in for you. This could be an opportunity for you to create something that's going to be lucrative. It could be a creative time for you to think of brilliant ideas in which to make money. This is a wonderful opportunity for you. So grab a hold of that Wheel of Fortune and let it take you all the way to the top, darling, because we'll come down. It's like the whole waves of life, right? This is an upswing for you financially. Now you do have the Six of Cups. And the Six of Cups is kind of like being in, this is really about it's Neptunian, right? And Neptune is about being in the past, and it's about looking through the past with rose-tinted glasses. It's about thinking, you know, oh, it was such an innocent time back there, you know. And really, probably if you were transported into that time right now, it wouldn't be exactly how you're romanticizing the past. So maybe you're thinking, oh, it was such a more simplistic time. Now, this is what I will say about this, right? And this could be you thinking about your children, you know, or your childhood. Now, it is okay to be in the past, but it's not okay to stay in the past. So you really have to, sometimes you can get lost in time and distracted. So now is the time to focus, but this can also be a really creative time. So if you are on a Neptunian journey, make sure you're writing it down, because this is an incredible time for creative writing, for creative visualization, for poetry, for art, for music, right? And creating that. And look, this is the Wheel of Fortune. You need to connect creatively. This is Neptunian energy, is very creative. It's destructive if you allow it to distract you, but if you work with it and you create with this Neptunian energy and you're writing this down, it could be extremely lucrative and fortunate for you, right? And bring good fortune into it. So now is the time for focused creativity. And the next card is the Six of Wands. So really, this is you being celebrated, you getting accolades. It's like awards, you know. Maybe you get a writing award, or you'll get a contract, or you get a job, or you get a raise, or something is coming down the pipe. Very positive. A lot of people have got that because this kind of time, it's interesting. It depends on where this transit is happening in your chart as to whether it is going to be lucrative for you or not. So it is a good time to, get a reading, a natal chart interpretation perhaps. But anyway, I digress. This is good, darling. What can I say? Positive. And let's see what's going on romantically for you guys. What's happening romantically for Aquarius? Aquarius. I wish I had the wheel ready as well when I was doing this readings. Next time I'll have the wheel ready. Okay, so this is for Aquarius. What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Aquarius for their love life? March the 15th through the 31st. Oh, I got taken off on a Neptunian ride there. Connecting with spirit. Okay, what's happening? What's happening financially for Aquarius? Next 2 weeks. What can Aquarius expect? Let's see. Oh, there it is. Yes. Ah. Okay. You have 2 cards. The first one is trust. The situation is calling for you to have faith. So maybe you are in a relationship and you have to choose to trust. You have to have faith that things are happening for a reason. Look, wait, let me just see. There's another card here. Yeah. Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. So this could be, listen, some of you could be going through a breakup. Some of your relationships could break down during this time. I mean, Pluto is doing this transit. It's very, you know, it's very that things break down and then they come up, and it depends where this transit is happening in your chart. That's what I was saying. So some of you may be going through a breakdown in your relationship, and you have to trust and have faith that things are happening the way they're supposed to, just the way they're supposed to, and allow things to happen as well. Don't force the issue. Of course you do everything you can to, but don't compromise your values, and definitely don't compromise your values, right? And allow your friends to help you. So look for consolation and share with friends that you trust, somebody that's going to be there for you, who's going to help you through this difficult time and support you, right? So that's all I can say, guys. I can't really elaborate on that. It's like, allow this to unfold the way it's unfolding, and have faith and trust, and maybe, you know, this will be repaired after this intense transit, and maybe it won't, but accept it, and don't. And I'm really getting that whole thing of, don't be over here picking up crumbs and miss a great big piece of cake over there. You know your worth, Aquarius. And now we're going on to Pisces, the last reading, and I'll answer questions again, and I'll anybody have any questions for the tarot, I'll be happy to answer them. Okay, this is for Pisces. For Pisces, what wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Pisces for their finances? Sparky's going nuts with the green screen. He's playing. He's going nuts. Okay, here we go. This is Pisces. Pisces, what wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Pisces for their finances for March the 15th through March the 31st? Okay. Gifts, guidance, blessings, helpful information. 3 cards. Oh, too many came out there. The whole half the deck fell out. Okay, this is for Pisces finances. Okay, 1, 2. Oh, there we are. Okay. Oh, this is definite crossover here. Okay, so I feel that you're going to get a brilliant idea. And perhaps you've had an idea, Pisces, that you have been thinking about for a while. And when the Ace of Wands comes in, it's time to take action on that. Because this is like a spark that can, you know, light a flame, that can set a fire ablaze, right? So this potential for this is incredible. Sorry for the noise out there. New York City, darling. So this is this. I feel that you've got a real potential for a new start, for a new business, for a new idea, something lucrative. Look, I mean, it's a fertile time for these ideas. This is a time where we can sit back and we can make those, and you know, I'm telling you, get downloads. This is a wonderful time for downloads. A lot of people are spending time at home now during this global health crisis. And when you meditate, you will receive downloads, these brilliant ideas. And don't sit on them, write them down and act on them. And look, you have the 2 of Wands, and this is like, look, he's holding the world. He's got the world in the palm of his hand. This could be potentially huge. This really is about making a path forward and perhaps reaching further afield, right? Traveling, or you know, putting it out globally on the internet. It could be, you know, working remotely. A lot of people are going to be working remotely from now on, I think. I think the world is changing. The way it does business, the way it conducts business, everything is changing right now. We're in this transformative time. So I feel that you've got a couple of options here, Pisces, and I don't think there's a bad option. I think that you choose what you want to do. I think the world is in the palm of your hand, so whatever you choose, you can make it happen. And the next card is the Nine of Wands. So this is like you're feeling a bit tired of trying to make ends meet. It's like being on the treadmill of life. It's exhausting. It's like you want to give up. You're like, oh, I can't be bothered. And maybe you have a business and you're just like, it's not happening. I can't be bothered. Or you're in a job and you're like, oh, I can't deal with this job anymore. Or, you know, whatever this is, it's you feel like giving up. And look, he's got all these wands here. He's been protecting them. He's trying to keep his head above water. He's been fighting. He's dog-eared. He's been in a lot of battles. He's really tired of the treadmill of life. But when the Nine of Wands comes in, it's saying, don't give up now. Look, you're almost at the finish line. You're at number 9. Number 10 is the finish line. You really need to keep going because you're almost there. Right now is not the time to give up. You've got one more. Look, you know, have a little respite, lick your wounds, heal yourself, rejuvenate yourself, and then get back in there, because this is not the time to give up. You're on the precipice of success, Pisces. So that's exciting. And now let's see what's happening for you romantically. What is going on with Pisces' love life? What is happening with Pisces' love life? What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Pisces on their romance and love life for March the 15th through March the 31st? What's happening? What would be good to know? What does Pisces need to know about their romance and love for March? Oh, okay. This is for Pisces, for their love life, romance. Let's go. Okay. That's not it. Yeah. Didn't fall out. There we are. 2 came out there. Okay, the first one is, it says retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. So if you're in a relationship, it's everyone's disconnecting, right? It's about being together. It's about having quality time together. It's about a date night. It's just you and your partner. It's about being together with no other distractions, nothing around you. It's about going into a cave. It's watching the television. It's whatever it is where you're alone and you can just be with one another and really connect on a physical, mental, and spiritual level. And look, that's it. That's when you are in a relationship, and this is for those who are single. It's safe for you to love now. Open your heart and give and receive the highest energy of all. So maybe some of you have been a little, have come out of a relationship and haven't dated in a while, or you've met someone and you're a little trepidatious or a little apprehensive about getting to know them. Maybe you've got some damage from the past and you don't trust, but this is telling you now's the time. Make the effort. Listen, I know an astrologer, and he was dating, and he used to look at their charts and he would say, we're not compatible and it's not going to work out, And I said to him, but the joy is in the journey. Do you think if I wouldn't have half of my experiences if I looked at someone's chart and said it's not going to work out? A lot of relationships don't work out, but guess what? There's some joy in finding that out and, taking that journey, right? Put yourself out there. It doesn't matter if it's not going to work out. There's going to be some moments of joy. You're going to enjoy it. There's going to be times where it's it's going to enrich your life. And yeah, it may not work out in the end, but during that time there was some great times, right? There's some gems in there, so take the risk. Go for it, darling. Okay. Oh, that's great, Deb. A week together. I love that. That's perfect. Okay, so we are back on for any questions that anybody has before I go. Before I jump out. Anybody have any questions? There's a little delay here for me. Oh, that's back to front. Anyone? Thanks for staying to the end, Deb. I love that. I love when people stay to the end. And thank you so much, Lisa, for being a wonderful monitor. I really appreciate your help. You're lovely. That's great. Anybody have any questions before I sign off? Anybody have any questions? No? Okay, guys, it has been wonderful. I love you all. Thank you so much for tuning in. Yeah, yin yang, lovely. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate you all. Please don't forget to like this and share it, and I'll put the timestamps a bit later when it renders. And I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and join my Facebook group. Mwah! I love you all, and I'll see you soon. Okay, how do I start?